Another day and another challenge. Better weather right enough in Glasgow here, so quite nice. I can hear the roof creaking as the sun gets up. Thanks for some of your comments, really interesting that there's a theme of the intensity of doing these exercises where you're paying attention to the club is different, and it should be, and that's good. And it kind of, as I was walking the dogs this morning, I was listening to a podcast by Carol Morris, and you may have heard it. It was by a researcher in habit formation. Very, very worthwhile listen. And it kind of made me think about just the habits of golf. So we've got a couple of habits. We've got the habits we can see with a golf club, the swing, but we've got the stuff underpinning that, which is the attentional habits and awareness. Now, they'll tend to be just rote, our golf swings. They tend to just happen because we have built up this habit. And to develop change or to evoke change, we shouldn't be just changing the golf swing for the sake of changing it to look better. To me, any change will happen because of our attention being delivered to a key factor, the golf club, golf hammer in this case, and applying it in relation excuse me, to a certain shot. So influencing the direction and the face and the shaft and the force, that intention and that attention will ultimately change your technique, the look of it. But that's going to come from commitment. Our brains want to go back to what is automatic. It uses less energy. It saves energy for killing the latest mammoth that comes around the corner or whatever. So we need to pay attention. We need to change that. Yeah, the visual habit, yeah, but let's let that happen by changing the attentional habit. And let's pay attention to the critical factors. When you're hammering nails, this is a critical factor. Let's change it away from thinking and concept and thought to feel, to awareness, to exploration, to not trying to do it right, but just exploring what's possible. And I was thinking that given that most of us are not living on a golf range or a golf course, how can we use this lockdown and these exercises going forward? Well, it means that every time you're at home and I've got 5 minutes and they have the urge, you can go and practice your golf. You can go out in the garden, no golf balls, mat, spot, line, as behind me, and go and explore hitting lots of different shots, delivering the club in lots of different ways. Hopefully by then you'll have established that this delivery, this feeling equals that shot. This delivery, this feeling equals that shot. You could almost go and play a few holes of golf with no ball, just deciding, intention, what's the shot? Attention, how I'm moving the club, how I'm positioning myself to do so, what kind of hold I'm adopting to help me do that. Commitment to it, stick to that task. Did you collide with your spot? It was heavy. Well, the shot would have been heavy. So change it on the next one. Pay attention and change that on the next one. So we could use this to bring our own golf range to home, in the garden, in the house, in the garage, wherever you've got room to swing a club, if you've got the will to do it. Do we really want to change, or do we just want more information? Well, we want change, we want skill, we want control, and the only way to do it is get better at using the tools. And the only way to do that is to pay attention to them, explore moving them in different ways, find out what that produces, and develop skills. It is as simple as that. Now, I'm not going to give you any more exercises today because I think we have bombarded you. There's a lot of stuff there that is going to take a lot of time and effort to do. But here's what I would like to have you explore, and that would be get the video camera out and maybe make some extreme draw spin deliveries, maybe exploring moving the club in different ways. So a long way to the right from a position that you feel is appropriate, with the club face shut all the time but paying attention to it, so it's shut all the time but swinging to the right, collide with your spot. Then maybe start with it a little less shut and shut it during the swing, still swinging it as far to the right, then straight, and then fade, and make them extreme, make the fades and the draws extreme, and move the club in a different manner, subtly. Only you'll know this, subtly in a different manner, where you're shutting the club a little bit more than you did in the other one, where you just held it shut or held it open for the fade. Video that especially, well, video both ways, face on and down the line if you can, and look at it. Because what you're going to find is what feels like a hugely extreme delivery and movement, when you look at it, will probably look quite normal. It certainly won't look as strange as it feels. It won't give you that sense of I must look stupid, because you won't. It'll just look appropriate and correlate. And one of the biggest challenges we have is that people think they'll look stupid. Now, if you're duffing shots and missing your spot, you're not going to explore looking stupid. You're going to be keen to get back to what is normal coaching. Tell me what I'm doing wrong and I can fix it. Well, don't buy into that. Go and find out what those feelings look like, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. And you may see that the one where I'm not manipulating the club and working the club, and the one that I am, the difference is so small I can hardly see it. So we want to be trying to build up a picture of that, and a belief that actually paying attention like this and exploring like this, it isn't producing what I thought it would look like. So my mates are not going to be laughing at me on the first tee. In fact, they're going to be impressed if I can announce I'm going to hit a high draw down there and know how to do it. Now, we know this is not short term. I've said this over and over again. But if we could 5 minutes every day, every other day, get out there and do this on the mat, and then take it to the golf course and do it more on the range, enjoy going to the range, go and explore developing those skills. It's much, much more challenging on the golf course with one hit at it. Get to the range, multiple hits, multiple exploration, really digging deep into your attention. No right, no wrong. If you want to explore a lot of shaft lean, so you think I'm standing with no shaft lean, I'm adding a lot in, that would probably indicate as a feeling that there's a lot of bowing going on your left wrist to deal off the club. Have a look at it. I bet you it's nothing. I bet you can hardly see anything that's remotely like Jon Rahm or Dustin Johnson. But it's not important that it looks like that. It's your experience. How does it feel to you, and how does that relate visually? If we feel that's important, it's not really. It'll just placate you. It'll just make you feel better that, well, that looks actually really good, but it feels really unusual and strange. That habit will soon become a new habit, and that's important, because it'll be a habit born out of delivering the club with an intention, directing your attention, exploring and discovering, and that's what we want. So good luck with this. Keep the questions coming and keep committed to this. You can buy every fitness video and book you want, but you've got to want to do this, and you've got to do it on a regular basis. So maybe no ball, mat, chalk, golf club, and you for 5 minutes a day. I'm not asking a huge amount, but I think it's going to give you a huge amount. Good luck with that. I will speak to you tomorrow. Goodbye.